Asks Gale why Peeta called for a ceasefire, and Gale says, "My guess is he made some kind of deal to protect you. He'd put forth the idea of a ceasefire if Snow let him present you as a confused pregnant girl who had no idea what was going on when she was taken prisoner by the rebels. This way, if the districts lose, there's still a chance of leniency for you, Katniss. He's still trying to keep you alive." I think this shows a lot of growth and maturity for Gale's character, and I feel like very frequently the discussion around Gale is very negative, and people have a tendency to over-villainize him and make him this one-dimensional character that was just bitter and jealous over Katniss's feelings for Peeta's. And I hate that. It trivializes his character. That's actually not the case really at all. The reality of this series is Gale is hardly featured in book 1 and 2. He gets the most page time in book 3 because Peeta's in the capital for a lot of the book. I feel like this conversation is an excellent example of Gale's character because what he says is actually positive about Peeta when it would have been so easy to condemn Peeta like everyone else for calling for a ceasefire. And I think this conversation is a reflection of Gale truly being a good and honest friend to Katniss in a time where she desperately needs that in her life. She really has no one and no support.
I didn't really have a problem with Gale's character. I think mostly I just noticed that Katniss and his ideologies ultimately were too different. But I totally agree that like Gale.
Gale, they're the same. Gale.
No, but what I was gonna say is that like even though he could be super bitter about Katniss's confusion or like lack of making a decision about who she like really loves, he doesn't do that. Like you said, he is defending Peeta in this case and pointing out that like sure he's calling for a ceasefire, but he's doing that because he's trying to protect you. You're still his number one priority. And so I agree. I think that was very mature of him to do rather than just be like, screw Peeta,